Please watch this video until the end. Stay with me through every chapter so your heart can receive the full strength of this message. Chapter 1, Sent Before the Storm. I come as a messenger of light, a warrior shaped by purpose and sent by the Most High. Long written in the book of Revelation, the visions of trumpets and seals, of riders and judgments, are no longer distant ink on a page. They are the drumbeat at the edge of the horizon, resonant in the winds of our age. I am not here to incite fear but to ignite courage, to call those who will stand with truth, who will refuse to bow before the shadows, who will remember that prophecy points not only to signs, but to a destiny fulfilled under the hand of God. Today, the world trembles with storms of uncertainty. Moral confusion, wars, natural convulsions, and the clamoring of competing narratives. These are the signals recorded long ago. They are the alarms meant to wake a sleeping world. Yet amid these alarms live the greatest promise, that every trial is watched, that every injustice has a reckoning, that the final chapter is written by a righteous judge. As an angel fighter, I speak with the clarity of heaven and the resolve of one who has seen the end from the beginning. There is a plan, there is a purpose, there is a rising of light. Chapter 2, Signs, Storms, and the State of the World. Observe the signs not as a spectacle but as a summons. The book of Revelation speaks of seals broken, trumpets sounded, and bowls poured, images that map onto human history like markers on a pilgrimage. We see the rise of deception, the spread of injustice, the intensification of conflict. We see catastrophes that remind humanity of its fragile footing. These are not random. They call out like a herald. Wake up, prepare, stand firm. But note this, prophecy does not end in despair. The narrative curves toward hope. The apocalypse, the unveiling, strips away falsehood and reveals truth. Each sign can either drag a soul into despair or lift a soul into action. Choose action. Choose courage. Choose to be an instrument of compassion, a voice for justice, and a defender of truth. Let the signs refine you rather than define you. Chapter 3, The Call to Courage and Spiritual Warfare. I call you to a courage that is neither reckless nor timid, a courage that rises from faith and clarity. We fight a war not against flesh alone but against principalities, powers, and the spiritual forces of wickedness. This conflict is real. It is spiritual, moral, and cultural. Weapons of pride, fear, apathy, and despair are raised by the adversary to scatter the faithful. Yet remember, we are armed with something greater, the name of the Lord, the truth of Scripture, the shield of faith, and the sword of the Spirit. When the pages of Revelation speak of plagues and trials, they do so to call forth perseverance. The enemy seeks to fracture communities and mute voices of hope. Your courage becomes contagious. One steadfast heart can anchor a family. One disciplined prayer can turn the tide for a neighborhood. When evil presses forward, let your faith press back. Stand in solidarity with others who choose light. Unite prayer with action. Lift the downtrodden. Speak for the voiceless. And be a refuge where despair would otherwise settle. Chapter 4, The Weapons of Light. Our arsenal is spiritual and practical. We carry prayer that pierces darkness, hope that stabilizes the heart, and truth that unravels deception. We carry compassion that heals, justice that restores, and steadfastness that endures. The book of Revelation is not merely a catalog of woes. It is a manual for those who will stand as beacons. The angels are messengers, but God's people are instruments. Practical action matters. Serve your communities. Feed the hungry. Defend the oppressed. Speak truth with humility. Train yourself in discernment. Study Scripture with rigor. Build strong relationships that can withstand trials. Prayer without action is incomplete. Action without prayer is powerless. Combine both and you become a force the enemy cannot easily overthrow. Remember the promise. Even when darkness seems thickest, the dawn is appointed. Chapter 5, Victory Declared. Prophecy Fulfilled. Listen. The story moves toward a climactic victory. The book of Revelation climaxes with the triumph of justice, the restoration of creation, and the renewal of all things under God's rule. This is not myth. It is a divine promise. The nations will be judged, evil will be vanquished, and the faithful will inherit a new heaven and a new earth. I proclaim this victory now, not to boast, but to awaken your hope. Victory is both present and future. In the present, victory is seen in acts of mercy, conversions of heart, and communities that reflect heaven's order of love. In the future, victory is consummated in God's final restoration. Until that consummation, we fight with endurance, we labor with love, and we hope without wavering. The enemy is temporary. The King is eternal. Let that truth steady you. Chapter 6, March Forward, your role in the last days. Now is the time to act. The unfolding of Revelation's pages calls each of us to clarity and commitment. You are called to be vigilant, to be fed by Scripture, to be relentless in prayer, to be generous in service, and to be uncompromising in love. The world needs warriors of light who can work in both spiritual and practical dimensions. Those who confront falsehood with truth and heal wounds with mercy. Do not be paralyzed by fear of the future. Instead, be mobilized by the certainty of God's sovereignty. Pray for guidance. Build community. Train up the next generation in faith and in courage. When you find yourself in the midst of trial, remember the portrait of the final victory. A new creation where sorrow is no more and justice flows like a river. March forward with that destiny in your vision. Stand in hope, act in love, and fight with wisdom. If this message strengthened you, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, give this video a like, comment your thoughts below, and share it with others who need encouragement. Stand firm, fight with love, share hope,